my brother. Lesson 11, we're in module 3, dominate consistently. We've talked about dominating your time management. We've talked about dominating your finances. Now, this is the big one, bro. How to dominate your sexual temptations. Listen to me, bro. Pornography is a problem. We're going to keep it a buck here, all right? I've struggled with pornography, right? I'm a man, okay? I like what I like. I like what I see. It's a struggle. Twitter, daggone cesspool. Instagram, TikTok, you feel me? Like it pops out. We live in a very pornographic era. It's all around us. That's just the truth, right? But the Bible makes it very clear that, if my eye causes me to sin, it's my responsibility to gouge it out. If my hand causes me to sin, it's my responsibility to cut it off. For it is better for you and me to walk into heaven, into eternity, without an eye or without a hand, than to walk into hell with our whole body. Pornography is the problem. And the reason why pornography is a problem, I don't care what some studies have said, it's a problem. I think there's enough case studies out there that show that pornography is not healthy for us. It's fake. It's not the real thing. And because the way our brains work, you do know that in our brains, we have this thing called neuroplasticity, right? That's just a big word for how our brain gets wired. Pornography wires our brain in a way that, number one, we view women beneath what they are. We approach sex like dogs. I mean, we have a ill-viewed, a skewed view of what sex ought to look like in the bedroom, right? Come on now, bro. Let's keep it a buck. Most porn videos, the end is the guy ejaculating on the girl, right? At the end of the video, it's the guy getting the pleasure. It's the guy dominating. It's the guy dominating over the woman as if she is less than. It brings up the idea that the penetrator is the dominator and the one that's penetrated is less than. That's what pornography does. And there's plenty of people who, when they get married, bro, pornography is a problem, especially for guys. It's an issue. And a lot of us, we struggle with pornography. Let's keep it a buck, okay? We struggle with pornography. We struggle with lust. And the man who cannot discipline himself sexually is a weak man. So we're going to look and we're going to reference someone in the Bible, how they conquered sexual temptation, how they obtained sexual discipline, and how we can learn from them. How do we apply those principles to our lives? How do we dominate our penises? I'm not playing with y'all, all right? How do we dominate our urge to watch porn? How do we have discipline against ourselves? All right? So the person that we're going to talk about today is the story of Joseph. Joseph is the best example in the Bible of how we dominate and how we are able to obtain sexual discipline. Now, I want to take you to quickly Matthew chapter 4, verse 1, because I want to show you something in the Bible that's very powerful, and it's probably going to change the way that you've always thought about sexual temptation. The Bible says, Matthew chapter 4, verse 1, then Jesus was led by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted there by the devil. 40 days and 40 nights he fasted, and he became very hungry. And during that time, the devil came and said to him, if you are the Son of God, tell these stones to become loaves of bread. Now, here's the main thing I want to show you. The devil, I don't know about you, bro, but the devil has never tempted me to turn stones into bread. Never. The devil has never tempted, maybe he's tempted you, but he ain't never tempted me to turn stones into bread. Why? Well, very simple. The reason why the devil has never tempted me to turn stones into bread is because I don't have the power to turn stone into bread. You just missed it, bro. The devil tempts Jesus to turn stone into bread because Jesus literally had the power to turn stone into bread. Temptation is proof of power, which means every time you're tempted with something, listen to me, my brother. I need you to lock in, bro. Lock in, bro. Lock in. Every time you're tempted with something, it is proof of power. Every time you're tempted to watch porn, it's actually an indication that you have the power over porn. Your temptation is proof of power. What is the power that we have? I'm so glad you asked. Let's go back to Genesis 39. Come on. Come on. I need you to stay with me, bro. Bro, this lesson is key. You're going to dominate. You're going to start winning and conquering so much in your life once you get this down. Genesis 39 verse 1, the Bible says, when Joseph was taken to Egypt by the Ishmaelite traders, he was purchased by Potiphar, an Egyptian officer. Potiphar was captain of the guard for Pharaoh and the king of Egypt. And the Lord was with Joseph. So he succeeded in everything he did as he served in the home of his Egyptian master. Potiphar noticed this and realized that the Lord was with Joseph, giving him success in everything he did. This pleased Potiphar. So he soon made Joseph his personal attendant. He put him in charge of his entire household and everything he owned. From the day Joseph was put in charge, stay close, his master's household, the Lord began to bless Potiphar's household for Joseph's sake. All his household affairs ran smoothly. His crops and livestock flourished. So Potiphar gave Joseph complete administrative responsibility over everything he owned. With Joseph, there was nothing to worry about except what kind of food Potiphar ate. Joseph, the Bible says, was very handsome and well-built young man. Kind of like you, bro. I mean, yeah, he like you, bro. You handsome, okay? You built. You feel me? And Potiphar's wife, watch it now. Potiphar's wife soon began to look at him lustfully. Stay with me. I'm about to put it where you can grab it. Come and have sex with me, she demanded. Verse 8, but Joseph refused. Look, he told her, my master trusts me with everything in his entire household. Are you catching this right now? No one here has more authority than I do. He has held back nothing from me except you, because you are his wife. How could I do such a wicked thing? It would be a great sin against God. Follow the story. But she kept pressuring Joseph day after day after day, but he refused to sleep with her, and he kept out of her way as much as possible. Y'all are missing this. One day, however, no one else was around, and when he went to do his work, she came, grabbed him by the cloak, and demanded, come on, have sex with me. I mean, bro, she wanted. You feel me? Like, she like, bro, you gonna come get this, all right? And the Bible said Joseph tore himself away, left his cloak in her hand as he ran from the house. Listen to me. I got to get out of here. What kind of power? Remember, I told you that temptation is just proof of power. So, Max, what kind of power do I have? Here it is. You got the power to run. Bro, it's not that deep, but it's that deep. Hey, lock in. You got the power to run, flee sexual temptation. Flee sexual immorality. Listen to me, my brother. You don't fight sexual temptation by fighting it. You fight sexual temptation by fleeing from it. You gotta run. You gotta run. And you run because you know where you stand. Joseph ran, stated his reason why he's running, and remained true to his values. That sounds a lot like his why. Are you seeing how it's all connecting right now, bro? Joseph has a why. This is why I don't do this. And this is why I told you to write down why over every area of your life, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, relationally, financially. You need to have a why, because if you don't have a why, you're gonna fall for everything and be able to stand for nothing. Bro, I need you to lock, baby. Come on, bro. I need you to lock in, baby boy. You gotta have a why, big bro. You gotta have a why, big bro. You gotta be able to stand on business, 10 toes down in your Balenciagas and say, I will not do that. There are some things I don't do. I don't care how bad she may be. I don't care how horny you may be. There are some things I don't do. Now, how did Joseph get to this point? I'm glad you asked, all right? I want you to get this book. This is a book you got to get. Trust me, you got to read this stuff, okay? I want you to get this book. It's called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. I'm about to put you on game. This is how you beat sexual temptation. You ready? Here it is. The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. It brings up this idea of compounded interest, compounded effect, that when something is compounded over a period of time, it produces a high level of results. This is the definition that Darren Hardy gives in The Compound Effect. He says, small, consistent, incremental actions or changes over time can lead to significant and exponential results. So, have you ever seen a picture of water erosion? Water erosion is so powerful because water dripping onto a rock by itself, water is not as strong as a rock. Water is not as powerful as a rock. You would rather get hit by a drop of water than you would want to get hit by a daggone rock. But if you ever see water erosion, small, consistent, incremental actions of water, when water drips consistently on a rock, give it time, it begins to make dents in the rocks. It begins to make a crevice in the rock. It begins to make a stream. The rock literally is dented and almost shatters, not because of the weight of the water drip, but because of the consistency of the water drip. What am I trying to tell you? The devil is after your consistency. I need you to get this, bro. I need you to get this, bro. The devil is after your consistency. I'm not so much concerned right now about you cold turkey cutting porn tonight or tomorrow. I'm more concerned about you consistently fighting porn. How do you fight porn? You run. You don't fight porn. You flee from it. What does that look like? Real simple. We have access to porn on all of our electronic devices. Remember we talked earlier about setting systems. What's going to be your system? What's going to be your game plan? What's going to be your plan of attack against porn when it comes against you? Or what's going to be your plan of attack when you have the desire for porn yourself? You got to have a plan of attack. I tell you my plan of attack. I have restricted on all of my devices certain websites. I have restricted on my devices certain accounts on Instagram. When something comes up on TikTok, I block the page. I block the keywords. I block the hashtags. I block it. I gotta block it. Block the accounts. Block the pages. I don't have a private browser on my electronic devices. I don't do it. I don't do it. And if I feel the urge and the need to scroll and to zoom in on picture that I don't have no business zooming in on, and to look at videos and to linger a little while longer looking at the post of this girl, I literally, I run. Because you don't fight sexual temptation, you flee it. Literally, I run. I literally toss my phone. I put my iPad down. I don't think about it. It's boom, done. That's it. You got to run the play, bro. When you run the play, think of basketball. Think of football. You run the play, think of boxing. It becomes like second nature. I don't think about it. I just do it. I've been training myself to do it, that when the moment comes to do it, I just do it. I shut it down, I run to another room, I go to something else, and I start praying. God, and I acknowledge, I'm not asking God, I don't want to do it. No, God, I do want to do it. But God, I want you to help me get it away, get it away, get it away, get it away. And I'm running, I flee as far as Joseph fled. Because you don't fight sexual temptation, you flee it. Do you realize, man, that the strongest man in the Bible could not defeat sexual temptation? His name was Samson. Do you realize that the wisest man in the Bible could not defeat sexual temptation? That was Solomon. Do you realize that the most consistent man in the Bible defeated sexual temptation? That was Joseph. It's not the strong man that defeats sexual temptation. It's not the wisest man that defeats sexual temptation. It is the consistent man that defeats sexual temptation. Sexual discipline is brought about by consistency. What does that mean? Small, consistent, incremental actions or changes over time can lead to significant and exponential results. Here it is. I need you to run the play. I need you to do 3 things when it comes to sexual discipline. Number 1, identify and write how you feel before sexual temptation. You got to be able to identify, how do you feel? You got to be able to read the defense. You got to be able to read the enemy. You got to be able to read your opponent. What's going on inside of me or around me right before I feel like watching porn, right before I feel like masturbating. What's going on? Identify it and write it down. Because if you can't face it, you can't fix it. Number 2, identify and write your triggers to your sexual temptation. What triggers you? For me, what's triggered me in the past, I'm tired and I feel the need to release. That's a trigger. Boredom is a trigger. What I may see with my eyes is a trigger. Movies, TV shows, social media, a video, a post, a picture, that's a trigger. Identify your triggers. Number 3, run. Run! Run. Don't fight it. Flee it. Number 4, bro, you gotta pray. You need a strength that the world cannot give and a strength that the world cannot take away. You gotta pray it away, bro. You gotta pray, 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 you gotta pray. I want you to dominate sexual discipline. I want you to dominate. I want you to dominate self-control in your life, bro. If you dominate in this area, bro, you're going to be so far ahead of the game in your 20s than every other man. So I want you to run the play. Do these 4 things. Let's talk some more, all right? I'm going to see you in the next lesson, all right, baby? Let's get to work, boy. Let's do it, boy.